What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Purgatory Plays, and today we're talking about Splitgate 2's Battle Royale mode. We're going to have a separate video talking about the game as a whole at a later date, maybe after some updates or something, but we're here to talk about the Battle Royale. To those who don't know, Splitgate 2 is a free-to-play shooter. It just came out, I believe yesterday actually. It released with an arena mode, a 24-player onslaught mode, which is basically big team battle from Halo, and then they just released this Battle Royale mode. There's different factions with specific abilities. There's loadouts in this game. There's a lot of good stuff, but again, we're here to talk about Battle Royale. So just go overall with the positives right away. This game feels a lot like a mix of Apex Legends and the Rebirth mode from Call of Duty Warzone. To explain, the Apex side of things, the looting and the way you drop is very similar. You drop in a group and somebody is a drop leader that controls the entire group. How you loot is through little boxes, which is similar to the pill system. You're guaranteed a weapon, you're able to get a perk, an upgrade for your character, stuff like that, and you can even get some armor to repair your armor. And overall, just the atmosphere of the game kind of feels like Apex in a funny way. In terms of the Call of Duty side of things, it's kind of more how the gameplay is. So when you die, if your team stays alive and they can't revive you, there's a timer that goes down, and at the end of that timer, you'll respawn with your team. As long as everybody's alive, I'm pretty sure it just keeps doing that. It probably stops after you get to late game, but you can revive teammates, you can do all that cool stuff, but you're not guaranteed down and out of the game when you die unless your entire team dies. When your entire team is gone, then you lose. You're done with the game. In terms of the health system, it's very similar to how you repair armor in Warzone. All your base health is just regenerated. If you take damage, and you stay away for a while, it just regenerates. You can get a stim shot that decreases the regeneration time. There's a bunch of little pieces of equipment that you can play multiplayer that are in this. What makes this so unique is how the maps work and how the portals work. So the map here in itself is all the onslaught maps in the other mode just stitched together basically, and there's a giant portal on the edges of each of them that let you teleport to the next map. That's kind of how the zone works. The zone will close on one of the maps and you have time to still loot and get out. Overall gunplay on this feels like it complements the game with the Battle Royale mode very well, probably because all the maps were already designed around the gunplay and they're just thrown into this mode. And also the portals that you get are limited, so you only get, at minimum, you get 4 shots. You can actually upgrade your portal shots though. I think the max I got to was 6, but I'm pretty sure you can get to like 8 or 10. If you use all of your portal shots, you actually have to wait for a cooldown, which I think is a good balance because you can't just see portals being spammed. You have to actually be strategic about it. Overall movement helps this game as well. You can scale maps really easily in this game. Mobility is not an issue. Trust me. Overall players, you get 60 players in a match, and that's really about it. The mode itself is a lot of fun. I think it's a welcomed addition to Splitgate 2. I don't think Splitgate 2 needed a Battle Royale mode to survive. What I think personally it does need is an overall progression system. I'm tired of grinding battle passes. That's all I'll really say about that. It feels like they definitely wanted to cater to pretty much anybody in the shooter space. The matches themselves are I would say pretty fast paced. Each match lasts about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, really depending on how quickly you can find enemies. And the way the dropping works in this is really cool because you can actually portal to each map. You don't have to just drop on the first map that you spawn in. You can actually keep going and it'll portal to the next map. A very technological accomplishment, I would say, because that probably isn't easy at all to load a new map, but that's very impressive in my opinion. Some issues I have with it so far is sometimes the flow can be slowed down quite a bit. Just out of nowhere, you'll suddenly just not find anybody for maybe a solid couple minutes, and then when you do find somebody, it's mostly like a bunch of people grouped up. Maybe it was just like the bots that I was getting, because there is bots in this, but they don't always appear in, at least from my experience. Also, I've had a bit of lag issues, some frame rate dips, and obviously there's probably definitely some optimization challenges that they have to go through for a mode like this. So I feel like it's a little excusable, especially since the game launched and these guys never did a Battle Royale mode as far as I'm concerned. But honestly, that's really all I have to say in terms of my feedback. Looting is nice. You can loot enemies, you loot chests to get pretty much, you're guaranteed a weapon almost every time. You at least start with a pistol, and when you go to your first chest, you can actually, I don't know, you can get a weapon pretty quickly. And those chests actually do respawn over some time because they'll get upgraded later in the match. There's also a shop system that lets you upgrade your guns, and I think there's a way to get power weapons as well, which I honestly haven't really figured out. If I ever had one, it was usually looted from somebody. But still, with this mode, it still feels like a Splitgate mode. It's pretty good. I think everybody should give it a try. I can see myself playing it more in the future. Again, it didn't need to be in the game, but I'm honestly kind of glad, and I understand why they put it in, because I believe, if I can find it, there is a quote one of the developers said they put Battle Royale mode in because they wanted to make an option for everybody. So if you're somebody who's a Battle Royale fan, they have that. If you're someone who's an arena shooter fan, they have that. Same thing with a large scale battle. If you like big team battle from Halo or something like Battlefield, then the game caters to a lot of people, and them adding Battle Royale, it does make sense. If they want more players to play their game, and some people just prefer to play Battle Royales, then go ahead, put one in. Just don't alienate the other players, and that's where I think content updates in this game might be pretty easy, and honestly why I'm not too worried. So again, going back, this mode is basically just based on existing maps, existing weapons, existing equipment from the multiplayer. You can play as your normal characters with special abilities, and again, the maps in this mode are all just maps from a different mode. So if they made new Onslaught maps, they're also making new maps for the Battle Royale mode. So I think they handled this pretty well, and that's why I'm not too concerned about Battle Royale mode and being in this game. I don't know why people are concerned. It's a little dumb, in my personal opinion. I feel like people just try to find a way to be pissed off about things, which is just not productive in any way. That's really all I gotta say about this. The mode itself is a lot of fun. I think there's definitely some room for improvement on the game as a whole and on the mode, but I think what they have here, what they have started, has immense potential. I honestly think it could blow up and, you know, have a pretty good audience and compete along with the other games that we have out here. I believe this game is already doing better than what those guys are, even though the microtransactions are a little aggressive. Anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like if you did. Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and let me know down in the comment section below. Have you played the Splitgate 2 Battle Royale yet? What do you think about it? But yeah, I love you all. Have an absolutely fantastic day.